It's a major escalation in West Asia. For yet another day in a row, Iran and the United States have exchanged fire. It's a dangerous new phase. But is this going to become the new normal for West Asia? As far as Donald Trump is concerned, it's been a new day and a seemingly old threat. He has once again threatened to strike Iran's bridges and power plants next week if Iran does not return to talks. In fact, in a Fox News interview, Trump was asked if he believes that the Iranians are serious about making a deal. You know what he said? According to him, they have no choice. That's what Trump reportedly said. But is that really the case? As of now, Iran continues to up the ante, both through high-voltage attacks as well as sharpened rhetoric. In fact, Iran has been reportedly turning mobile phones into tracking weapons, allegedly hunting U.S. troops through their phones. Here's how. According to a report in the Financial Times, as per telecom data, cybersecurity experts, officials familiar with the matter, U.S. military personnel and contractors in the region were allegedly targeted through a coordinated phone tracking campaign before and during the conflict. Let's just break it down for you. What the report says, they appear to have been exploiting weaknesses in mobile phones roaming systems using something which is called SS7 pings. SS7 pings. They could have been used as a tool. What exactly are they? They can basically reveal the approximate location of phones connected to foreign networks. Investigators also believe that commercially available smartphone advertising data may have been used to identify the locations of certain devices. The immediate question has been, who exactly is being suspected of carrying this out? Reportedly, officials in Gulf countries suspected Iran or groups allied with it. The tracking attempts reportedly began in the period leading up to the U.S.-Israeli military operation against Iran in late February and continued reportedly during the early days of the war when Iran launched missile and drone attacks against the U.S. forces and military sites across the region. Experts reportedly have said it's too early to directly connect the surveillance to individual missile or drone strikes. But they also noted that military targeting typically relies on multiple intelligence sources, not just digital location data as such. And the U.S. Central Command also reportedly said it had received several threat reports about adversaries exploiting commercial location data, but added that it took extensive protective measures. A U.S. official reportedly said claims that phone tracking played a significant role in the attacks were, quote-unquote, a departure from the facts. But here's the thing. A 2024 Pentagon Inspector General review reportedly had already found that the military had not fully addressed smartphone-related vulnerabilities. In fact, former intelligence officials also said smartphones generate large amounts of location and usage data that can possibly reveal a person's movements, even if the phone itself is never hacked, especially when personnel carry personal devices alongside secure government phones. Meanwhile, the region continues to witness high-intensity attacks. Iran's Revolutionary Guards earlier said they struck facilities used by the U.S. Fifth Fleet in Bahrain. According to state television, after the U.S. strikes on Iranian territory, Iran in fact struck a critical facility in Kuwait on Wednesday itself, causing multiple massive explosions and starting a fire. Eyewitness video released earlier showed the moment a drone hit a warehouse in a port town in Kuwait. Iran has also threatened to halt all Mid-East energy exports after the U.S. blockade. It's a major implication. And with drone striking Jordan and other parts in the region, the attacks have continued along with sharpened rhetoric for a fifth day in a row. That's what the region has been witnessing. And as far as Donald Trump is concerned, like we said, it's been another day and a seemingly old threat. He had earlier warned and threatened that he could strike Iran's bridges and power plants next week if Iran does not return to talks. But what really is Trump's strategy? Remember, Trump earlier reversed a threat of a 20% fee on all Strait of Hormuz cargo shipping, but resumed blockading Iranian ports. In fact, America has threatened to reopen the strait by force. But then here's the thing. Is that even possible? Experts reportedly have assessed and pointed out that it will require a much bigger armada, if not tens of thousands of American troops on Iranian soil. If there is one thing that Trump seems to have excelled in, it is the art of taking U-turns, a series of them. After threatening to intensify attacks against Iran, will he make yet another U-turn is the question, or is this going to be yet another endless conflict for the United States? What really is the US president's strategy? And what will Iran's next move be? The region remains on tenterhooks, and the global economy at this point cannot afford more uncertainty. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.